Welcome to episode 241 of the official Gamestitch Podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Ryan Walton. As always, I'm joined by my other host, Dan Reamer.
Good morning.
Maybe the other host. You're not my host.
Good morning. I am the other host.
The host. The hostess with the mostest.
The other host with the other most.
Maybe next week I'm going to do host 1 and host 2.
Host 1 and host 2?
But then that provides an order, though, and that's what we're trying to avoid, too, you know?
Exactly. We're trying to keep it on even keel.
What if I do host 1 and host 1 and then confuse everybody?
Maybe we could be bi hosts.
I don't know if we want to be bi, though.
I guess that depends on who you ask.
Right. I don't know if that's what we're going for on 242.
It might depend on what you're looking for that day.
I'm your bi host. Co. But co sounds, we already said co's take all the power away.
Yeah.
There's a leader.
Now there's no leader.
Right.
I have no problem with being your co-host because you do more.
What if we were like generals?
We would have two separate armies.
Yeah. I like that.
We don't have two separate podcasts. We only have one right now.
Yeah, Army of One. Haven't you seen the commercials?
I have seen the commercials.
I played that VR Air Force game, too.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, so I'm pretty qualified.
Was that not for the Army?
No, not for the Army, for the Air Force. And only if it's jumping out of planes in VR. No actual work. I can't do what they do every day, but if they needed someone...
You might think you're qualified. I feel like you ever do that? That's just like movies. You ever watch a movie and you feel like, God damn, I want to go out and rob a bank. I could go out and rob a bank right now. I know everything to do.
Yeah, that's the one that gets me the most, like robbing banks, or sometimes like when I watch like Forensic Files.
Yes,
I'm like, I could get away with that. That's no part of that's true, but I'm like, I could get away with that. I wouldn't have got caught.
Yeah.
The thing about this parachute game is I sucked at even the VR game. Like that's how not qualified for like any kind of military I am. I couldn't even fucking do the VR version because every time I jump out of the plane, he's like, keep up, and I'm like, I'm fucking free falling. I don't understand how to keep up.
You got to tuck. And then you got to tuck your arms.
I am tucked.
Apparently you're not.
He's like faster than I am, and it's like we're not playing with the same deck, bro. I can't keep up.
No, he's been doing it longer.
And then the whole journey, let's say it doesn't cancel out on me, the whole journey to go flying through these rings to get to the land, and he goes, oh, you're getting too far back. You get any further back, and I'm going to shut this shit down. I'm like, I can't go any faster. Like my speed's maxed all the way out.
How do you shut it down if you're like in the middle of a free fall?
Fades to black and makes you restart.
Well, yeah, it doesn't happen in real life. In real life, there's no shutting it down. You're going.
I'll tell you what's really cool. The coolest experience of the whole thing is when you pull your chute, your little fucking right and left things, they're like flap around in the wind and you got to grab them. And you kind of panic a little bit till you get a hand on them. That's real good. That's the best part of that thing.
It doesn't even sound
Jumping out of the plane's pretty cool,
too. It doesn't even sound like something you'd enjoy.
It's free.
Oh. There we go.
Right, it's automatically better because I didn't have to pay for it.
You don't gotta like it for free.
Yeah, I did it like 6 times. I'm like, this is all right. And then I shut it off and I'll probably never play it again.
Why would
but it was...
Is that all you played this week?
No, I played that actually last week.
Fucking Parachute VR Air Force Commander?
Yeah, I wish I could remember the name of that so I could give it proper credit because somebody spent some time on it.
I like my name. My name's cooler.
Did you see, before we talk about what we played, did you see the KFC VR training?
Yup, that's stupid.
I like it. I'm down.
You would like it, but that's because you're a fat person who enjoys chicken.
I don't feel like it has anything to do with that.
It does.
I like the idea that they're letting them like have fun during their training. It doesn't replace this chicken mastery program that they offer. But it's like, if I went through my job, if I started at my job, and they're like, here's 4 weeks of boring classes, but like every other day you get to play Job Simulator, I feel like that would make the experience better, and that's what this looks like.
I don't know. I think you think it would make the experience better. I think it would just make that same boring experience a different form of boring.
That shit looks fun. I would platinum the KFC simulator if they had it.
Well, yeah, I believe that you would, but
yeah,
it has nothing to do with anything but you.
It would be fun. That game is fun.
How do you know it's fun?
I watched video.
That doesn't mean you know it's fun.
Oh, it's fun. For sure fun. That's 100% fun. I want to clear up something else, too, before we move on. Unofficial results, people like Nickelback. They just don't want to admit it.
How is this unofficial?
Because I haven't asked everyone, but everyone who has volunteered information has been pro Nickelback.
Who has volunteered information?
Let's see. I heard from Thomas. We heard from Matt. Gerald wasn't a no. I think your wife likes Nickelback.
I think my wife doesn't like Nickelback.
She doesn't dislike Nickelback.
My wife has no musical information at all, so she doesn't count. She listens to Luke Bryan and Thomas Rhett. So
those are both good. I have to ask a guy at work about Nickelback, and he's like, I don't understand why people started to shit on them. They were pretty good.
No, that y'all suck.
Unofficial results, people are pro.
Once again,
Nickelback.
This is my last podcast. I know I said that last week, but I mean it this time.
And I do want to dock 1 point from Gerald, though, because he said Limp Bizkit was better than Nickelback. But he was all right with both of them, and that's no part of that statement was correct. Limp Bizkit was bad.
I'm still not 100% agreed in the fact that Matt wasn't being sarcastic.
No, he was 100%.
That he was just trying to get me going.
No, he likes Nickelback. People like Nickelback. People don't want to like Nickelback.
I don't like Nickelback.
It's like walking around being like, I love anal. Like, people don't want to say that out loud, even if they do. That's how Nickelback is. Nickelback's just like anal. I think.
Well, I mean, no.
I think it's just like that. It's a little painful, but you're into it.
No, I don't think it. I think
but you don't tell strangers. You don't tell strangers.
I tell strangers.
That you like anal or Nickelback?
That I like anal and not Nickelback.
You walk up to someone you've never met before and you're like, 2 fun facts.
No, I wait for it, but it's someone new I've met. It comes up in conversation eventually.
Like finger foods, you're just chatting.
Yeah, we're chatting. So, what kind of music you listen to? Do you like, oh, I like Nickelback. You like Nickelback? Nope, don't like Nickelback. Like anal, though. It just rolls off the tongue. Yeah.
Right. And you move right to the weather.
Right.
Muggy out, huh?
So what do you do?
Right. How the kids, wife? Like, did he just say anal? Also, who doesn't like Nickelback? You think that's what gives you the cover? You go in stealth because they're like, really don't like Nickelback. They totally missed the anal comment.
You know who else I don't like that a lot of people like?
But see, I don't think that sums up Nickelback because a lot of people pretend to not like Nickelback that like.
I really don't like Nickelback.
Right, but a lot of people say they don't, but they deep down.
It's like, who else I don't like that nobody can believe? I don't like Dave Matthews Band.
I don't like Dave Matthews Band either, so we don't even have to have a conversation about that.
Okay.
I can appreciate what he does.
Yeah, but I don't like it.
Because he's got like a cult following.
Right, like the Dead did, or Fish, or one of those bands.
But I don't care for him.
But I'm not a Dave Matthews fan. But never.
You know who else? I'll give you another one that people seem to love. Oh man, I just forgot his name. This is gonna make for a good podcast.
You can't remember his
name. Who's the Your Body's a Wonderland guy?
Oh, John Mayer.
Yeah, John Mayer. I don't like him.
I call him Meyer, as in Oscar Mayer, as in you fucking weenie.
I think that's wrong, but you call him whatever you want. But I don't like him. Something about his face pisses me off. It's not his music; it's him.
I don't like his music. I guess I don't have an opinion either. I don't like if his music comes on the radio, I change the station.
Yeah,
because I'm not.
Who do you change the fastest? Like, what artist or song comes on? You're like, I can't get this shit. Kid Rock,
especially when he pretends to be Warren Zevon.
So, Kid Rock, you're like, any preset's fine.
Oh yeah, I'll go
except for the one it's on.
Oh yeah.
See, I'm that way with Carrie Underwood. I can't get her shit off fast enough.
You don't like Carrie? See, I don't even listen to stations that Carrie Underwood would come on.
I hate Carrie Underwood. I don't even. It's her as a person, not her music. She seems like the most uppity bitch you'll ever meet.
I think we've talked about this before.
Yeah, we've talked about my hatred for Carrie Underwood.
Without a doubt.
She's probably nice enough, but I'll never know.
Actually, there's a lot of music that I will just change the station. And I'm kind of a shuffle guy anyway. I don't stay on one station too long.
See, but there's some where you can like take your time. Like you're like, I don't care for this. I'll change it when it's convenient for me. There's some where you're like, fuck this.
Yeah.
This has to go this second.
And I guess saying Kid Rock is wrong because as soon as I realized, I talked about it last week where Werewolves of London. But I listen to it until I hear his stupid mouth. And then I automatically am like, whatever.
What about like old Kid Rock? What if like Cowboy comes on? You let that ride?
Yeah, I don't have... No, it's getting changed because I don't like it, but I'm not like, oh, fuck you, dude, go away.
Right. That's it. With Carrie Underwood, I'll like flip the car over trying to get her shit off.
I'm like that with any of that new modern country. I don't listen like any of that shit.
I'll see. That's mostly what I listen to.
But I don't listen.
Well, mostly podcasts, but then when I do switch over to music, it's new country or sports talk. That's it for me.
Yeah, I listen to like some NPR. If I have Sirius, I have I listen to BBC World because they seem to be a little bit more
British.
Well, yeah, for one. Start there, but they're more. I guess they don't have a dog in the fight, so they're more objective.
Right. This doesn't have anything to do with any of that, but you see they're trying to reboot Starsky and Hutch.
I did see that. I thought they already did that with
they did that movie.
Ben Stiller and Owen Wilson.
Yeah, it's real good. It's just really good.
I don't know. Really? Are you?
No.
Please.
No, it wasn't.
Okay.
But they are trying to reboot the TV show.
They are.
They're shopping it around.
They're trying to reboot a lot of stuff now.
People are out of ideas. There are no more ideas.
That's not entirely true, but yeah.
HD remakes, reboots, there are no ideas.
They're too lazy.
We did all the ideas already.
All the ideas. No ideas left.
Right. We used them all. You know why? I'll tell you why there are no new ideas. Because people don't get bored anymore.
Because there's always something to do.
There's always something at your fingertips. There's an iPad. There's a video game. I sound like an old person right now. There's a phone. But like people don't have a chance to get bored anymore.
Nope.
That's where creative stuff comes from, is when you get bored.
And you just let your mind wander and,
yeah,
what about that?
I'm going to make this thing. But nobody gets bored anymore.
What if I had a mechanical horse and it breathed fire?
Yeah. That comes out of boredom.
Right.
But if you're never bored, you're never like, I think I want to fly. Like, I think I'm going to build a plane. Like, that shit doesn't happen because you're never bored. People are bored for like 2 seconds now.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have anything to do. Yeah, I'm going to go on Twitter and watch people be stupid.
Yeah, what happens now is those ideas, you're right, they're not born out of boredom. But now they are either a way of life for a person or not at all. Like Elon Musk, all he does, that's what he does. He just comes up with ideas. He just got idea after idea after idea, and he tries to make them work, and some don't, and some do, and some get halfway there, but he's just ideas on top of ideas on top of ideas.
How old is he? He's older. He probably experienced some boredom growing up.
I suppose so.
Yeah.
But now it's become a way of life.
I feel like most things that come out now, especially like when you're talking the tech industry, they solve a problem, which is how you make money. You want to make money, you solve a problem.
I don't know, though, because the problem is
boredom thing.
The thing with a lot of more youthful, especially in tech, like you said, is they get one idea, one great idea, and then everything they do revolves around that idea instead of spreading out. Mark Zuckerberg is a perfect example. Constantly making changes to Facebook. Facebook wasn't something that was needed. It was just a great idea for the time. And
it solved a problem. It connected people.
Well, MySpace did that.
Yeah, but MySpace got fucked up.
Well, there was already something there. He just took that idea and perfected it.
I had the most badass MySpace page.
Oh, you could do everything with MySpace.
You could have Nickelback autoplay while snow fell in the background.
I never did that.
You could have some fucked up MySpace page. I miss them.
Yeah, but now everything Mark Zuckerberg does is just Facebook related. And what can I buy for Facebook? And what can I use Facebook on? What can I put it on? And
He bought Oculus.
Rather than, let's see if I can come up with a new idea.
He bought Oculus. You think he bought that for Facebook?
Yeah, he's already stated he bought that for Facebook.
I don't think that works with Facebook.
He's got big ideas, but
he's going to be
Facebook
president.
Ideas.
He's going to run.
You think so?
He said he's going to not run, but he's got like a whole council of people who you would only hire if you were going to run.
I heard Rock's going to be the next president. He's going to run for president.
I'll tell you what, The Rock had a lot better chance before now.
Before now.
Like before Trump was president.
You think so?
Yeah. Because now I think people are going to be like, oh, we probably should get a politician.
Maybe. No.
Whereas
no, I don't have that kind of faith in the American people.
But I love The Rock.
I love The Rock too, and he should be. I don't know if I want him as president.
I don't know if he'd make a good president. I don't know that he has a
which is fine because I don't think we have one now. So
I watched that dude work out. I've seen some of his, it just blows me away.
Some of the shit he eats. Have you watched him eat?
Yeah, but he wakes up at 4 a.m. so he can work out for 2 hours before he starts filming his movie for 14 hours. Yeah. And I'm like, good for you. Good for you.
I don't have to work out because he's doing my part.
Golly, that guy. That's what happens when you work hard.
That's what I hear.
You do something every day.
Yeah, he's old too. By old, I mean my age.
Yeah. Kid Rock's going to run for something. Senate, governor. You could have Governor Kid Rock.
I'm not going to even... Anything I say about that might get me indicted, so I'm not even going to say anything.
He doesn't seem vindictive. He seems like he'd just hang out. Smash Natty Lights and hang out.
Yeah, that's the guy you want making the important decisions. The guy who chooses Natty Light, especially the rich guy who chooses Natty Light.
He likes the way they taste. Is that his fault?
Completely his fault.
I played a lot of Uncharted Lost Legacy. And by a lot, I mean 3 hours, 4 hours.
I played a lot of Uncharted Lost Legacy.
That game's only 8 hours, 10 hours.
8 to 10, yeah.
So we roughly played half of it already.
Yes, both of us.
It's really good.
Different halves, it should be noted. Or same half.
Yeah, we had to start at the beginning. Same half. I didn't play the back and you played the front. That'd be weird. We could have switched off halfway through and then neither one of us would have known what happened.
Right.
That's not a bad idea. You start, I finish.
Oh, that's there we go. That's an idea for the future.
That's not a bad show where you just pick up, no idea how to play.
Table that, yeah. Halfway into a game, so you don't know how to play.
And then you get together and then you fill in the blanks for each other. You tell me how it started, which makes sense because I'm going to tell you how it ends now. But yeah, it's Uncharted.
Through and through. 100%.
I turned that game on and it starts and I had two thoughts. I was like, why? How come Naughty Dog makes a product that just looks better than everyone else's? And then my second thought was, this is Uncharted.
I wonder if the second answer to your question, or the second statement, helps to answer the first.
I talked about it with somebody this week. I don't even remember who. But I think it's the little things that it does. I don't want to get any spoilers, but at the very beginning of the game, you're in a place where there's a lot of people.
Uh-huh.
And the little things, she touches their back when she moves, by them. I think those little subtle gestures just make it feel so alive.
Yeah.
That game is just it's almost too pretty all the time. You almost get overloaded with how good that game looks.
But do you think that, because yes, there have been some minor changes, but for the most part, the Uncharted games have played pretty consistently throughout as far as the control scheme and that. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I think so.
So would you say that over the course of, because at this point this is the 5th game, or actually probably the 9th game, 8th game, 9th game, something like that, if you take everything into account. But do you think that they have the time and resources to put into those little things because they don't have to spend any of that on mechanics or any of those things?
The weird part is, their mechanics aren't the best, though. That's the weird thing about Uncharted. Uncharted is not the best mechanical game you'll ever play.
No, it's not.
The gunplay is And, even some of the movement stuff isn't perfect. The climbing stuff is, sometimes I run and jump off a cliff. It's not what I mean to do, but sometimes it happens. But, there's just something about those games feels so alive.
Yes, they do feel very alive. They look... It's always little things. It's little butterflies in the background, or the wind, or the grass flowing in the wind just right. And
you made it to the part where you saw some monkeys.
Yes, I did.
I swear, one of those monkeys was laying on its back, and the one beside it was stroking its chest.
Yeah, I was little things like that.
Yeah, like that. It's out of the way. It's not even where you need to be, but it's like so real. But you're right. They don't need to focus on their engine. They don't need to focus on the way you climb, things like that. And Uncharted is Indiana Jones, so it starts with a leg up because people like adventures where you find treasures. Like they're already in a good place. But there's just something about those Naughty Dog's games. Like you can feel it when it starts.
Last of Us was the same way.
Yeah, like it's just the attention to every little detail. But they don't have a budget that's bigger than everybody else.
No, but I think they're able to disperse that budget differently than others.
No, it's just really interesting.
It's
but
a
you
really
should,
good game. Chloe's still my girl.
If you like Uncharted, yeah, Chloe's awesome.
Chloe's always been my girl. You always liked, I can't even remember the other one's name because she's boring.
Elena? I didn't like Elena.
You always liked Elena.
No, Matt likes Elena.
Oh. Because she's a sweet take-home-to-mom girl?
Yeah. Elena's safe.
Yeah.
Like
she is safe, yeah, I know.
You'll wake up one day and Chloe will just be gone.
Yeah, that's my kind of girl right there.
Because she's always leaving.
That's my kind of girl. But you know what? The day before was fucking mind-blowing.
Yeah. She's really good in this game, too, and she is not just a female Nate Drake.
No, she's not. Sounds like she got some daddy issues. No spoilers.
Yeah, apparently. She's also... everyone does climb, though, constantly. Everybody's got upper body in the Uncharted universe.
Yeah, everybody is just,
Yeah.
A lot of climbing, a lot of fingertip hanging.
A lot of climbing.
Strongest fingertips in the world. The universe.
And because it's a shorter Uncharted game, it feels like you're always in action. Mm-hmm. So it's hard to talk about really anything without kind of spoiling something. So we won't go too hard into it. But if you like Uncharted, just go buy it. There's no need to wait. It's Uncharted.
You're doing yourself a disservice if you love Uncharted.
It's $40, $50.
40.
$40. It's got multiplayer too, so.
Which we have to try. I'm excited to try the survival mode.
Did yours come with the? How did you pre-order the? Oh, you had the season pass.
I had the season pass. Yeah.
Did it come with like boosters for online?
Yeah, I couldn't tell you. I haven't got online with it yet.
Oh, yeah. Mine came with a code for like unlock like stuff online.
I did not get a theme, or I did not get a code that I know of. There might be some already automatic, but I did get a dynamic theme. That's pretty cool.
Oh, see. That is cool. I didn't get a theme. I got Jack and Daxter Precursor's Legacy, which I didn't realize that I got, and a multiplayer code pack.
I'll have to check my multiplayer. I haven't checked it yet.
I haven't either. The code was in the box.
But that theme is fucking cool.
Yeah, I've been browsing for a new theme too. I think I have. I just went back to Little Big Planet. I had Flame in the Flood had an awesome theme that I had on for a really long time.
Yeah, I had Oxenfree on forever.
Part of the problem is I might like the theme, but I don't like the noise it makes, or the icons look so different that I can't see what things are. So like I really got to find a theme that, like, I'm pretty picky with the theme.
I switch it up. For the most part, I don't have a problem finding icons or any of that.
I mean, I can read what it is, but I like them to look similar to how they normally look. And I don't want the noise to, like, I don't want to put a Transformer one on and hear, like, yeah, every time I switch. I'm like, what's happening? Like, it's distracting.
Yeah, I don't like them overblown, but the Uncharted one is good.
A little dink is fine.
That's what it does. It's a much lower pitched.
Yeah. You know what else? If you select something, it should make the noise that when you find a treasure. That's a good ass noise. But it's got like a little chink in it.
Yeah.
That's a good noise. It's like a trophy. Like finding treasure in that game makes me feel like a trophy. Like I want to hear the noise that it makes. I think I'm more addicted to the noise of a trophy than I am the actual trophy itself.
Probably. You like that?
Dink.
Ding.
Yeah, and you're like, hell yeah, I did. Because you don't even know when they're coming if you don't look at the trophies. Like, it's always a shock to you when it happens. And
if you don't look at the trophies and you don't know they're coming, yeah. I got some that I didn't realize. And I looked through the trophies, but I didn't realize I had done what qualified me to get.
It's got a lot of hidden trophies, too.
It does.
You got to be committed and click on those if you want to see what's going on.
You do.
I just went in blind for this. I'm not worried about it. I know one of the trophies is you have to beat it on crushing. I'm not going to do that. That's an Uncharted thing.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to get the platinum here. I just want to have fun with it. But I really, really enjoy it, and I would recommend it to anyone who has liked and played an Uncharted.
Yeah, anyone. Get it.
And I think if you've never played Uncharted, I think this is an okay jumping off point.
Yeah, it's
There's a little banter back and forth that you might not understand.
Yeah.
But it's very little. Like, Nate doesn't just pop up and like, hello, ladies. Like, that doesn't happen. Like, he's not in this game. It's not one of those situations.
Hello, ladies.
That was a good Nate Drake, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't.
Hello, ladies. That just sounds just like him. That's spot on.
But no, it is. Yeah, it does serve very well as a standalone game in the Uncharted universe, which I like about it. And I almost feel like this is the future that we're looking at with this franchise is sticking. Like maybe a young Sully. How cool would that be?
Any Sully standalone would be really good.
A young Sully story where he's first starting out on his, globe hopping adventures.
And they can go anywhere they want with it. There are no rules with that story.
Yeah. Maybe find out what happened to Sam in that time frame that we missed.
I feel like Sam's story is something that could definitely happen because Sam is a blank slate.
But you could do Chloe. Elena's probably about the only one you can't do, just because she was just a boring old.
Damn. She was a journalist.
Newspaper journalist. Yeah, but it has nothing to do.
You go around, take pictures, and do.
She wasn't part of the Uncharted universe until the first Uncharted game.
She married into Uncharted, is what you're saying.
Yeah, she married in. But there's a lot they can do with the franchise, and I think that's where the future should go. They've already stated the Drake story is done. Spoiler alert, I don't care because it's been a year.
There's some really cool moments where like Chloe or Nadine will say stuff about what's happened.
Uh-huh.
And you'll miss out if you haven't played those, but I think this game is totally fine by itself.
Yeah, no doubt.
Those are cool though. Those kind of make me. I don't know if it's happened yet, so we won't talk about it till you finish. But there was like a moment yesterday where Chloe was talking about stuff, and I was like, "That's pretty cool." To get like another character's point of view on a character you've played for so long.
Is it the "it was fun" part? That one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really neat.
Yeah.
Just because you're like that those characters from like another side.
Uh-huh.
And you felt like it was a pretty real conversation that just two people were having. It was neat though. Yeah. I like that game.
Yeah. I think I know. That's the exact conversation we're talking about. I think is where we get her side of what happened.
Yeah. The thing with this game, is it blowing my mind? No, but like the expectations were really high.
And it's meeting them.
Like, yep. I went in thinking like this is going to be an awesome game, and it is.
This is going to be an awesome Uncharted game, and it lives up to that billing. It's not very often that happens where you have expectations for a game and it meets them.
Yeah.
So
check it out.
Did you play
$40.
Did you play anything else?
Just the usual suspects.
Yeah, me too.
If this is your first time joining us, this is the official GameStitch Podcast. We get together each week. We talk about all the video game stuff we love. We wrap it in all the bullshit that you've heard for the last, 30 minutes. You're welcome.
That's right.
And
that's what we bring to the
call it
table.
a podcast. We put a little bow on it. We call it a podcast. We put it out each week, Monday, 6 a.m. Central Standard Time on podcast services around the globe. If you're really, really into it and you're like, I want to support these guys, you can head over to patreon.com/GameStitch. Toss us a couple bones on there. If you can't, that's cool. This podcast will always be free. We'll always penetrate your ears for zero cost.
Ooh.
Yep, you're welcome. That just happened. We're all in them right now. We're all in your ears.
Ooh.
Bouncing around inside your dome. Patreon.com/GameStitch. We did update the goals. We're going to add, we'll probably add some different, not rewards, different goals. Right now there's a big jump to the next goal.
Mm-hmm.
We gotta wait till we make some progress on a couple other things, and then I think we can add in that. So keep your eyes peeled. Thanks for all the support over there. You guys have been awesome. And ladies, you guys and ladies.
And I know I know we seem to talk a lot about all these big plans we have, but we can officially verify that there are plans that other people are actually aware of these plans, which is important. It's not just between us anymore.
Right. And remember, give us $1 on Patreon. You can see said plans. It is up. You can see some of that. And we did update our rewards and our goals on Patreon. We took away Gamestitch Live. We announced last week we're going to start doing a streaming. I don't know if you want to call it a series, or we're going to stream at least once a month to replace Gamestitch Live. But it's no longer funded by you guys. We're going to do it no matter what.
Yeah.
We didn't like the idea of people having to pay to keep that going, so we're just going to do it for you, and we're going to call it GameStitch Streams, and it's going to be one of us,
possibly both,
maybe Hoffen shows on, some combination of us streaming a game, maybe all three of us stream a game, maybe all three stream together separate. Who knows? Maybe you get 4 streams one month and you get 1 stream the next month, but we're going to do at least 1 a month, and come hang out with us, talk to us, chat with us, spend some time with us. That's all about you guys and being in with us.
And I just want to say, I'm not positive that I'm going to do this yet, but I do want to let the listeners know I'm thinking about it. I am considering streaming Life is Strange Before the Storm.
Yeah, you should. That'll be cool.
The issue I'm having is it's episodic.
Mm-hmm.
So...
just bust out an episode each time they come out.
Yeah, I'm just afraid it'll get forgotten about by people who are more interested in...
We'll pop it in a playlist, put them all together at the end. They can watch them at once.
Could probably do
that. If you're one of those people with no attention span, they could just binge it that way. I'm going to be streaming Everybody's Golf. So
you are doing that for sure?
Yeah, I'll do at least 1 stream of Everybody's Golf because I want people to see that game's badass. So that'll happen. It comes out next week. So that'll probably be the first game that I stream as part of this new series. And remember, we're not starting anything until September.
Nothing until September.
So it comes out next week. So the week after that, I'll be streaming Everybody's Golf. Or I shouldn't say the next week after that. Sometime in the month of September, I'll be streaming Everybody's Golf. But I'll for sure do at least 1.
And that's my problem that I'm running into is I don't know if I want to wait till the 1st of September to play.
Right.
Life is Strange, but...
That's true. So you could... we'll just brainstorm live right here. You don't even have to... If you just wanted to record the videos, that way you don't have to distract from the story.
Yeah.
You could just play through and we'll upload all those.
Could do that. Or what I could do is for people who aren't familiar with it, I could play through the first game again.
Yeah. Or you could just break the fucking rules and you could stream as soon as that bitch comes out.
I could do that too.
Because we make the rules.
That might be the way to go.
Yeah, you just stream whenever you want. I might stream Everybody's Golf next week because fuck it.
I think we should stream our first survival match.
Yeah, we'll do that too. We'll get you at least 1 stream per month. But I think you're going to always have more than that.
Yeah, probably. I think
come hang out with us on there. We are going to stream on YouTube as of going forward.
Yes.
If you're a Twitch guy, Twitch gal. There's just some issues with us using the same Twitch account, so make sure that you set your notifications on YouTube so that you know every time we go live.
Yeah.
And we'll try to always tweet it out, too, but there may not always be, like, hours and hours of heads up. It may be like, hey, I'm going live in 30 minutes. So watch for us on there.
The good thing is you can always watch us on your phone.
Yeah. Let's put us in your pocket.
While you're driving, wherever.
Whoa. You can do audio only while we're driving. I don't suggest you watch while we're driving. But hey.
I say you're a grown-up. You can do what you want.
Yeah.
However, you need to be prepared to accept consequences. Just keep that part in mind. That's the part everybody forgets.
Yeah, there's still 50 stars on the flag, so you do what you want, but I don't suggest the watching. I mean, we're really entertaining, so I don't suggest trying to watch us and drive. We might pull your attention away from the street signs.
Or the road in general, possibly.
Keep it between the ditches. I got you.
That's all I got to do.
Some places do a shoulder. Kentucky doesn't do a shoulder.
Some places don't.
Yeah, Kentucky is just road and then ditch.
Yep.
Which I appreciate. There's no room for error in Kentucky. They're not wasting tax dollars on a half road for these assholes that can't drive.
Trying to make you better people.
Mm-hmm. Let's jump into some headlines.
Yeah, what do we got first here?
So during Microsoft's Gamescom stream, we got some expected news. The Xbox One X pre-orders are now live. They were for the Scorpio edition, which I have to say...
Look good.
This got me a little bit.
That is,
I don't want an Xbox One X, but I want that Xbox One
the
X.
Scorpio edition I like, yes, me too.
It's so brilliant. Like, if they'd have made a PS4 Project Morpheus edition,
Yeah.
like, it's so smart because people fall in love with the code names for things. It's so good. Is that what it's called, Morpheus? Or is that the VR?
That was the VR.
What was the PS4 called? Neo.
Neo, that's what it was. Yeah.
If they'd have made like a Neo edition, like that's so badass. So they announced it during their live stream that you would be able to pre-order them. 3 days later, Microsoft announced it was the fastest pre-ordered Xbox console ever. It's mostly sold out everywhere, although there's a few places who have not gone live with their pre-orders yet. Microsoft says details on pre-orders of the Standard Edition will be shared at some point in November. The Xbox One X launches worldwide November 7th, and it is 500 big ones.
It's important to note, I hate to point out your mistakes, but the pre-order details of the Standard Edition will be shared at some point in September, not November.
Right. I think I said September.
You said
Listen
November.
to it back. Listen to it back.
You listen to it. You want me to listen to it back?
Right now in the middle of this podcast.
All right, give me just a moment.
Can't do.
Give me just a moment.
Don't click anything, please. It will end this podcast.
I'm pretty sure you said November, so I'm just straightening that up for everyone.
Pretty sure. It came out November 7th. I think that's what you heard.
Before that, you said pre-order start in November.
September. Now you've confused everybody because you just keep saying dates. September is when you get the details on the regular one.
Details on pre-order in September. Releases on November 7th.
This Scorpio edition is fantastic looking.
It is. I almost considered it.
It's like the day one edition of Xbox, but Xbox One, but like ramped up. It's got like it's just cool looking.
Yeah.
Everything about it's just badass looking. The only thing I've seen that looks better than the Scorpio edition, tell me if you've seen this, the Xbox One S Minecraft bundle.
I have not seen it, no.
Oh my gosh.
What's that look like?
Like Minecraft.
Oh no.
Like one side is brown and green and pixely, and the other side is a redstone circuit. And I'm probably going to see if I can sell my Xbox One and get this.
Really?
That's how good this looks. I don't need it. I don't play my Xbox. I really, 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 really want this though. The controller. It looks so fucking good. It's beautiful. It's the best looking Xbox One I've ever seen.
You're such a sucker.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Such a sucker.
But you got to see this thing.
I don't want to see it. I don't care.
It's brilliant.
I don't even like Minecraft.
It's so good.
You
don't even have to appreciate how good this thing looks.
We do have a news story that actually kind of connects to this a little bit.
We do. You're busting order here.
I know, but
you're going rogue.
I'm going rogue. That's right.
Going rogue.
It's important to note that along with this announcement, Microsoft also announced that they will no longer be manufacturing the original Xbox One setup. So the only thing that you're going to be able to get from here on out in the stores is going to be Xbox One S and Xbox One S.
S and X.
S and X.
They should do an E.
They should do an E. You know
so
why?
They can put them on the shelf.
Sex. Yeah. Right next to each other.
Sex sells.
It does. So yeah, I'm not sure. I guess people probably just aren't buying them anymore with the other two options.
They don't need 3 SKUs.
No, they don't need 3 SKUs. And the Xbox One S is really fairly priced. So, considering there's no reason for it at this point.
Right.
Now I have to get an Xbox One S because all I have is the original.
I have the original also. I have the Forza, but it's the original.
Yeah.
I don't have an S either.
Oh, you don't?
Mm-mm.
Oh, I guess I don't need one then. I don't need one anyway, I guess.
I need that Minecraft one.
That's an S?
Yeah. It's fucking awesome. I also needed the Scorpio edition because that thing's badass.
It did look good.
It's one of those things where I was like, I saw the pre-orders go up. A friend of mine at GameStop called and was like, hey, you can come pre-order it right now. And I'm like, I'm good. I don't need it. And then I kept staring at it and I was like, I do need it. Like, I need that thing right now.
So then you called them and they were sold out?
No, I just was like, what's the last time that I was genuinely excited about going home and playing my Xbox? I really only bought it to play Sea of Thieves.
Right.
And Forza and a couple of titles like that. I wanted to play Ori. There are like a handful of games I want to play. Cuphead looks fantastic.
Yeah.
But I must spend $500
to play those
when I can already play them on what I have.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense to me.
Damn, the Project Scorpio edition was fun. It's gone now, so that helps. I don't have to worry about it.
You feel better. That's good.
Yeah. Speaking of looking good, Rocket League showed off their Nintendo Switch exclusive Rocket League battle cars, and they look really good too.
They do look good. This pisses me off, though. I don't think this is right.
This is probably pissing a lot of people off, but you got to remember, Sony got their exclusive, Microsoft got theirs. It only makes sense.
What exclusives did they get?
So, Sweet Tooth is exclusive to Sony.
Oh, yeah.
And Microsoft got the Warthog.
That's right. So, yeah.
Yeah.
That doesn't make me as mad, I suppose.
But Nintendo got three. Got three cars. They got the Mario... Well, the Mario and the Luigi are the same car, but there's two different paint jobs.
Uh-huh.
The
Samus
NSR.
car.
The Samus car looks fucking great. Samus's Gunship is what it's called.
Yeah.
If you made a car and it looked like Metroid, it would look like this fucking car.
Which totally makes sense, actually.
If you just showed this car, you'd be like, that's Metroid. Like, it just looks like
it. It does look good.
Mario and Luigi look like they took a car they had done and they tried to paint it up like Mario and Luigi. Which is fine. You know, people will use them, but damn, this Samus Gunship car.
It does look good.
I can't wait to play Rocket League on Switch. It's such a good platform for it. So, I hope it doesn't run like shit.
I hope it does.
Why would you want that?
Because I'm not going to play it on Switch.
I will be playing with people on Xbox and PC, though, because Nintendo gets it.
Mm-hmm.
Nintendo understands I'd like to play with someone other than just Switch owners. So I'm going into a healthy community, of people, even if no one on the Switch buys it.
Right.
It's exciting. It's good times. But one thing I thought a lot of people are pointing out, and I don't think this is a big deal for seasoned Rocket League players, but the Mario and Luigi car, like the Mario is the red car with blue on it, which might be confusing for some of the new players trying to figure out what team they're on.
Orange and blue?
They'll know what team they're on, but just because, yeah. Well, they has orange and red on it, which would be the colors for both teams.
Yeah. Well,
typically you don't put both colors
you
on
don't,
unless you're an asshole.
You don't, but you just kind of...
Or Howard. He'll put both colors on there. But as like a new group playing the game, you're like, I don't even know what team this guy's on. You're panicking a little bit.
I'm sure there's going to be some way to differentiate that's easier.
No, I mean, it's just like it is now. The nameplates are colored. You know what color you are based off of. But I just think it could cause some confusion for new players.
Well, that's sorry.
Other one's green and blue, which are both colors for the blue side. I mean, I remember when they first opened up the new colors, it was weird to see a green car.
Yeah.
At all. Same thing for yellow on the other side. Those weren't there.
Good colors, though.
Yeah, they are. Something about a good green car. Green looks really good in Rocket League. Also, purple gets me semi-chub every time.
Oh, yeah. Purple's great. Mm-hmm. Purple's great on anything.
There's a trailer you can check out if you want to see these new cars. And I suggest buying Rocket League on Switch.
If you have a Switch. If you don't have a Switch, don't do it.
It'd be weird. Yeah, it'd be weird. Or unless you're like getting one in anticipation to the Switch you're going to get. I'll allow that also.
Yeah.
Sticking with the Switch news, Nintendo Switch remains sold out virtually everywhere. And it would appear that GameStop has sold a majority of the Switches that have been sold, which is maybe the best news for GameStop.
Yeah, like the only good thing they have going for them, really.
If they needed anything, it was this. A system that people want and can't get that you can make a bazillion accessories for.
Yeah.
It's a perfect storm for GameStop. And it looks like they're taking full advantage of it. New hardware sales were up 14.8% year over year, which is pretty good because the Xbox One and PS4 would be declining a little bit.
Yep.
So pretty cool for them. In addition, addition to Switch, collectibles also helped drive GameStop's quarter. Collectible sales increased 36.1% to 122.5 million.
Yeah, but it's important to note, those of you that don't know, the collectible side is called ThinkGeek, and it is owned by GameStop, so that's why those numbers are able to get lumped together.
Yep. ThinkGeek was a very successful online retailer, and now that they've put those products in stores, it would make sense that they do well. They also have loot crate style crates that they do too, also, which has probably fueled some of the sales there. And they also, here's where I'm going to get, so congrats to everything I just said about you, GameStop. Here's where I'm going to get shitty on GameStop. So the SNES Classic went up. Everyone knows how that went. I'm not here to harp on that. But what GameStop did is you could only pre-order in store. You know, at GameStop. You can't go to GameStop.com and pre-order this thing. You got to go in store. Or you could go to ThinkGeek and pre-order an expensive bundle that came with like a fucking Mega Man blaster.
Yeah.
Or some shit that they had stuck on a shelf they couldn't get rid of. For $150. And that's fucked up.
Bunch of
like, I don't want to have to buy a Doctor Who can opener with my SNES Classic because you got some backstock. I don't like that. It's gross.
It just wouldn't be GameStop if they weren't pulling that shit.
Right. Nintendo just make the fucking things, and GameStop just sell them.
Yeah. Let's start with Nintendo fucking making them.
Just make them. So here's why I'm not ready to hang Nintendo on this yet. Let's say it comes out, and then after that, there's plenty of restock. Mm-hmm. I'm fine with it. They can't make them all at once. I get that.
Is that what you see happening?
More so than NES Classic. I think most people that want the SNES Classic are going to be able to get it.
Okay, we'll see.
I think so.
I don't know.
I could be totally wrong. I mean, I want to be right here because I want people to get them.
Right.
But the problem we have right now is people want them so bad because they think you won't be able to find them. So scalpers and pieces of shit and people who normally aren't even interested are buying them. I think you're going to see some stock come into stores. I think you're going to be able to go buy one. So
we'll see. I don't know.
GameStop's giving away 100 of the NES Classics right now.
Really?
Are their power-up rewards. That means they kept some. Amazon did that treasure truck. They kept some. So maybe NES Classics weren't even as rare as it seemed either.
Yeah, but we know how Nintendo is, so it's actually pretty smart for them because they knew Nintendo was going to take the hit.
So this brings me to another point. Not a news story. More of a rabbit hole.
A rabbit hole, rant, rave,
NES
whatever.
Classic's hard to get. SNES Classic's hard to get. Switch hard to get. Scorpio Edition sold out. Fastest pre-ordered console ever for Microsoft.
Yep.
VR was impossible to get forever. It's like if it's not hard to get, it must not be good. And this is bothering me. You're seeing this, and especially with game stuff. Like if a game is easy, not a game, but if a system is easy to get, like right now, if you could just go buy a Switch everywhere, people wouldn't be talking about it as much.
They wouldn't be talking about it as much, but they would.
People start to want it because they can't get it.
Yeah, and that's fine. There was a time when that was legitimate, when the system was that good that that shortage couldn't be accounted for. It's like, we just didn't know that this many people were going to want it. I don't think that's the issue anymore. I think now
either.
I think it's forced.
It is. I think it's forced by every company though, because I think things aren't good if you can get them. Like that is the mentality behind a lot of consumers. Like if VR was just readily available, they would have sold more, but it wouldn't appear as good because you could just go buy one.
Yeah, and I don't. It's
almost seen as a failure when you get stock on shelves.
I suppose. I don't know.
Like VR, I see VR everywhere now.
Yeah, VR.
Like you can go right now. You can go to Walmart and pick up a VR.
Yeah.
But when I go, my first thought, as someone I like to think is pretty well informed, my first thought when I see PSVR sitting on the shelf is VR must not be doing good anymore. And that's a little fucked up because that's not what that means.
Right.
That just means they finally have caught up with supply and demand.
Right.
They're able to make them at a rate that they can keep them in. But my first thought is, I guess no one's buying VR anymore.
And I guess here's what we really don't have the stats on. Do you make more money when your supply meets your demand, or do you make more money when you create a false demand and then meet the supply?
I mean, I think it's obviously the false demand because people who aren't necessarily interested start buying.
Well, I don't know because, and here's my thinking on it, is now so much of what's important is word of mouth and who says what on the internet. And
you get more up front from the people who already knew they wanted one.
Right.
But you get less from the people who are like, oh, look, they have Switches. You can't buy Switches. I just heard a story on Good Morning America how you can't get Switches. I'm going to get a Switch.
Yeah.
Like, you get that money from people who don't have any business. Well, I don't say any business. They weren't planning on buying one, though.
Yeah. I just...
So you get a pop that way. I don't know which one of those is better. I think creating a drought... So, I don't have a problem with the first round drought. I don't have a problem with you coming out with your VR and selling out. I don't have a problem with Switches not being available. After that, they should be available.
Well, don't you think there's enough... There's enough ways to take statistics and demographics to follow, and that's the tough, other thing. That is there really a reason to create that drought, to have that drought in the first place?
So it's free publicity because everyone's going to report on it. But I also think there is a risk with all of this. Like, the Wii U didn't do well.
Right.
It's a risk just to go ahead and whip up 5 million Switches.
Right.
Because I guarantee you somewhere they have warehouses and warehouses full of Wii U's. Let's hope some of those components work somewhere else. Because I don't know what the fuck you do with them.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think there's a real risk with rolling forward with 2 million VR units when you don't know if anyone is interested, really. People talk about being interested, but that's a lot of money to bite off on.
Yeah, I do understand that. I'm just very, very... I'm the consumer.
Right.
So I feel like I'm the guy that's getting shit on.
You want it to be friendly, right. It's supposed to be friendly for you. It's supposed to be a good experience for you.
Right. Because, I mean... and I might be different than a lot of people, but every time I've gone to consider buying a Switch, there hasn't been one.
Uh-huh.
I wanted the NES Classic. There wasn't one.
Mm-hmm.
I tried to pre-order the SNES Classic, and it was sold out before I couldn't get one. I kind of don't want any... I don't even want to waste my time with Nintendo products.
I mean, I understand that.
I'm kind of the point where I'm like, you know what? I don't need a Switch. I don't need the heartache of trying to find one.
I would love for you to have a Switch, but I understand that it would be really frustrating when you finally say, hey, I'm going to give you my money, and then you can't.
Yeah. So you know what I did? Instead of buying a Switch, I went out and bought something else.
Yeah.
I
still don't know if...
And that's where I'm at right now, is I don't even want to bother with a Switch. I don't even look for them in stores anymore to see if they have one when I have an extra $300. Because I've considered getting one, but I don't even waste my time anymore.
There's been a couple times since they have come out that I have seen them. But like right now, I could go to every store in town in where I live, and I don't think I could find one. Still.
Yeah.
I don't think I could find one.
It's been out, what, 4 months?
Yeah.
March?
But there's also a part of me that's like, I don't know how complicated it is to build Switches, but they're really good. So I understand that people are buying them. Because it's a damn good system. It's well made. It's perfect for the in-between. Like, it's such a complementary system. I don't think any two systems have ever existed so well together. Whether that be Xbox and Switch, or Switch and PC, or Switch and PS4.
Mm-hmm.
Like, whatever two things that you're playing with, like, there's never been a better complementary system in my eyes than the Switch. Like, it's brilliant.
And that's another thing. And that's another keyword, complementary.
Yeah.
Why am I having such a hard time finding what's essentially a backup system for me?
Well, I don't think they view it that way, and I don't even know that other people do, but for me, that's what it is.
And wouldn't you consider that most gamers would?
I don't know. Like, if you only have the Switch, obviously not. And there are some... when I had Zelda, when I was balls deep in Zelda, that was my primary game,
Right.
But the Switch is still my secondary system. I bought Sonic Mania on Switch because I was like, I'll never play it on PS4. If I get Sonic Mania on PS4, I'll never play it because I have too many other options.
Right.
But on Switch, when I have the TV going, or when I have 5 minutes, or whatever, when I'm taking a shit, I can play Sonic Mania.
Yeah.
It's so good for that. But, I think it's best served with another system in your house.
Right. And that, yeah.
But I understand the demand because it's really good. It's everything it was billed as.
But yeah, where I am at is I'm almost to the point where I just don't care. If I never get a Switch now, I don't care because I'm sick of trying to.
Yeah, it shouldn't be that hard. I do agree with that. Overwatch announced some big changes for competitive. Dan and I don't play this.
No, we do not.
So I'm just going to give you the cold hard facts as written by GameSpot.
Go for it.
because I thought this was important. It's very similar to what Rocket League made changes. I know how impacting that was, so I thought this was a cool story for everybody. But they announced during their developer update that seasons will run 2 months instead of 3 months. They tested trying to do a month. They ended up landing on 3 months. It turns out that maybe 2 months is the sweet spot with this. So they're changing to that. Season 6 will also have some adjustments to competitive point values, while changes to skill rating decay are on the way and will be less punitive. I don't know what any of this means because I don't play. Another big change is the control maps are going to be the best of 3 instead of the best of 5. Additionally, placement matches in Season 6 have been adjusted so that they deliver more accurate skill ratings, while higher level matches are going to be better balanced. The trade-off here is that matchmaking could take longer, which I think most people would be okay with if they know it's doing a better job matchmaking them. So Overwatch Season 5 ends on August 28th, with Season 6 kicking off right after that.
So there you have it, Overwatch fans.
Yeah.
All that information that means something to you.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what any of that means.
Me either.
It sounds good. Sounds great.
It sounds like some real changes are happening.
It reminds me of Rocket League.
It's very Rocket League-esque, yes.
Yeah. Like the way it sounds, like the points. Because Rocket League's fucking complicated, too, when you're like, well, that's my rank, but it's not my level.
Right.
But it's also not my reward level either.
Right.
Because that's separate, too. There's 3 fucking ranks that you have to keep up with.
Yeah, it's a pain. It really is a pain.
And I'm a level, 71, but that also has a name.
Right.
Like, there's so much fucking going on inside Rocket League. But it sounds like this makes total sense to everybody that plays Overwatch.
It's just algorithm after algorithm after
It's just math.
Algorithm.
It's just math.
It's just math.
It's just math, folks.
I hate math. Here's a story that you fucking love.
Woo!
This is you starting to feel a little nostalgic here?
It's like somebody somewhere was like, I want to make one guy happy. And it was my day.
And they picked you out by name. They said, you know what, that Ryan Walton guy, I know exactly what he wants.
And I love that I've talked about it on this podcast because you guys will understand why I'm excited here. Sunday, Microsoft's Gamescom live stream brought a surprise reveal as a new game based on Jurassic World was announced called Jurassic World Evolution. And it takes players into the world where they can run their own Jurassic Park. So good. Talked about Operation Genesis before on this podcast. Yes. One of my favorite games back then.
You've talked about it more than once on this podcast. And more than once not on the podcast.
Right. Jurassic World Evolution is what it's called. Evolution is being developed by Frontier Developments, which is most recently known for the Elite Dangerous and Planet Coaster games. It also previously worked on Roller Coaster Tycoon series, developing Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 and the expansions for Roller Coaster Tycoon 2.
Well, there you have it.
Man, you take control of the island and the surrounding islands. You use these locations to build your Jurassic World. You get new breeds, new constructions, unlock new buildings. It's a goddamn Jurassic Park city builder. And I can't wait. I can't wait for this.
Oh, shit.
The trailer's good.
How did they pull your name out of the hat on this one?
Man, it's like somebody somewhere was like, how do we guarantee to make $40? Make this game.
It's like you got targeted. It's like you won a contest where they make a game just for you.
Yeah, it is. It's like I won something. Jurassic World Evolution, despite being announced at Microsoft's event, is also heading to PS4 and PC. It launches sometime next summer, coinciding with the release of Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom in June.
Yes.
Whew. Big story. Almost put that as the lead-off story this week.
Breathe easy, buddy. Breathe easy.
Yeah, can't wait.
Just calm down.
So good. So perfect. There's a special edition PS4 Gran Turismo Sport console that's going to come out. Not in the U.S., though, so you're out of fucking luck. If you're interested in one.
This thing doesn't look great to me anyway, really. It looks
I'll tell you what. Microsoft is winning the special console race right now. And I want to be clear, all of this is unnecessary. They don't make the system better in any way.
Nope. It's just
but damn, I love a special edition console. And Microsoft is hitting a home run here. To celebrate the release of Gran Turismo Sport in October, the 1 terabyte The 1 terabyte system sports a silver faceplate with Gran Turismo Sport logo. It also comes with a silver DualShock wireless controller with the same logo on the touchpad. It's a good-looking controller.
Yeah.
It's got the GT right on the touchpad, which looks cool. The system has been announced for UK, Europe, Australia, and New Zealand only.
Not here.
The system comes with the Day 1 edition of Gran Turismo Sports, which gives you access to $250,000 worth of in-game credits, sticker packs, chrome racing helmet, and 60 PS4 avatars. Polyphony is also releasing a standalone limited edition version of the bundle controller. Additionally, the controller will be sold in a bundle with a standard copy of the game. If you don't like the look of the silver PS4, there's also some more bundles for you. There's some jet black ones that come with the game. I'm not giving it that jet black color. That's what they call it.
Yeah.
It's just black, folks.
It's just black.
It's just black. It's just called the black system. Jet black, to me, sounds even darker than what mine is, and it's not. Maybe a piano finish. Like, it's not. It's just standard fucking PS4 with the game.
I'm just looking at mine now. I need to dust mine.
Yeah. Those fans run all the time, suck up a lot of dust.
Yeah, they do.
Mine
Jesus
out every
Christ.
now and then. Yeah. Huh. Gran Turismo Sport's going to be cool. It's got a VR mode. I love Gran Turismo. That's one I'll pick up. But
not me.
Not buying a console for it.
I don't do racing games. You know that. Actually, I do the
Drive Club.
I don't mind the Forza games.
You did Drive Club, too?
I did do Drive Club, too. But
Drive Club was awesome. Everybody got into Drive Club at the same time when it wasn't broke.
Yeah.
That was good. That was good. They're updating No Man's Sky like it came out yesterday. And I feel like I want to point this out because for all the shit we talked about Hello Games, or when we defended them, or when we cut them down for this or for that, they're really trying to make No Man's Sky a good game.
Yeah, they are.
For the masses. And I say that because we enjoyed what it was to start with.
Yep, I haven't actually had the chance to partake in what it's become.
They're really trying. Ever since the massive free Atlas Rises updates went live on No Man's Sky, Hello Games seems to be treating the game like it's brand new. It released updates at a high frequency over the past couple weeks. They actually just released the 3rd update.
Yep.
I think since launching the Atlas Rises patches, and they're
what,
coming out
8 days or some shit.
They're coming out fast and furious. Yeah, they're hitting hard.
Yeah, they're fixing shit left and right and up and down.
Update 1.34 is meant to eliminate a bunch of bugs and issues introduced with the Atlas Rises. It's the 3rd patch to release in 8 days. Awesome. Good for them.
And I know that some of you seem to take issue, or may take issue with us constantly talking about No Man's Sky, because it seems like lately we've been doing it every week. First of all, some major things have been done to this game to make it better. There have been some demands by players, and they're being met. But secondly, we loved No Man's Sky when it came out. And we loved it for what it was. We also noticed there was some potential in it. That potential is starting to get met. There is not enough that we can say about No Man's Sky. This is a game we enjoyed. We haven't gotten back to it. I feel like this is still a game that we would enjoy. So that's why we hit it so hard, is because of what it was and what it has become. I think you owe it to yourself to check out No Man's Sky myself. But that might just be me.
I agree. You should definitely check it out. That's all the news stories we have.
Right.
So I pulled a Gone But Not Forgotten.
Okay. And you forgot it?
No, I think I did it. Like, I'm just sitting here and I'm like, I'm pretty sure I did this.
What is it?
Jackal for NES, and I'm pretty positive I've already done it. So I'm gonna think of another one real quick that I know I haven't done.
Okay, I don't know that you've done Jackal, but it doesn't sound familiar.
Maybe I'll just do Jackal again. I'm pretty positive I've done Jackal though.
There is a spreadsheet you can look at.
I don't have that ready.
Thanks, Gerald. I appreciate it, Gerald. Ryan obviously could give 2 fucks.
You know what? Let me pull it. I don't want to do Jackal if I've already done it.
I just guilted him into it, Gerald. You're welcome.
Well, it's not that. It's just I do have the ability to not go over something that I've gone over. So let me pull this up real quick.
I don't remember it. I don't think you've done it.
Gone but not forgotten. Scroll down. Nope.
I don't think you've done it.
Hold on, give it time.
JCKYL, right?
I do want to tell everyone that the second Gone but not forgotten I ever did was Jurassic Park Operation Genesis.
Yes. What was the first one?
Adventure Island.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Your first one was Clue Clue Land.
Yes, I love that game.
Jackal NES, I did do it already.
Huh? I don't remember it.
Yep. I did it right between Seaman and Keith Courage for the TurboGrafx, which is a fine fucking trio, if I do say so myself. A fine trio.
That sounds like the trifecta to me.
It does. It sounds really good when you think about those three games together.
Oh, shit. Okay, yep, find another one.
All right, I've got another one. Let me just really quickly, These are all things that would have been really good to do before the podcast.
Right.
Man, I did Power Pete. What a fucking good game that was. I really pulled some gems out just looking through my list. What a good fucking group of games I've done here. I see very few things I've done that weren't great. Okay. You'll appreciate this one. Because everyone's played it. But I think we've left it. So my Gone but not forgotten for this week is Track and Field for NES. But only if you have the power pad.
Only if you have the power pad?
Don't play it with a controller. It's not the same. You need to have the power pad. It's really good. Let me get you some hard...
Some deets.
Some hard wiki deets. We all played the game. We remember it. We had the pad. We rolled it out in our living room.
I didn't have the pad. Well, I did have the pad.
I feel like everyone had the pad.
Everyone the power pad.
Yeah, I feel like everybody had that.
Everybody had the power pad. I had the bouncing ball too.
Yeah, that thing was fucked up. I still have both of those items. I have the power combo, which comes with the power pad and a copy of Track and Field and the NES. I've got it still in the box. And what a gem! What a treat that is. It doesn't work on flat screens though.
Oh, I bet.
You got to play it on CRT.
Yeah.
Konami published this, and it was on absolutely everything, but we are talking about the NES one here. Originally released in the arcade from 1983, which I did not know, because I don't think anyone played that.
Because there was no power pad in the arcades.
Right.
That's why.
We used the two buttons, the run buttons, or a trackball. But it had a 100-meter dash, long jump, javelin throw, 110-meter hurdles, hammer throw, high jump. Those were the events you could compete in. They were all a combination of button mashing or running in place, if you're me. I remember just beating the shit out of my floor, running as hard as I could, smashing my heels into it.
Yeah.
My parents let me do it, which I appreciate. It helped me shape me into the man I am today. Because that's the kind of exercise I thought would keep me fit my whole life. But I love Track and Field, and I played hours and hours and hours of Track and Field, and I think it's tough. Like I said, if you have a power pad, if you have access to an NES, a power pad, and a CRT, go back and play Track and Field, especially if you have a group of people. You get over, you have some drinks, you're all laughing, you're having a good time, play Track and Field, and I bet everyone has a good time. I bet it holds up, I bet it's nostalgic, I bet it makes everyone laugh, I bet you look silly and goofy when you do it. If you don't have access to that, you can watch some YouTube videos, but nothing's going to do it justice. Nothing's going to make you feel like, wow, this is some experience I'm watching right now. You're not going to get that when you watch somebody play. So that's my Gone but not forgotten. Take two, since I picked a game that I'd already previously done. Thanks for the list, Gerald. It did help in this case. I should probably look at it before I do the podcast, since I just wrote down Jackal earlier in the week and assumed that would be fine. But it was not. So that's it. Gone but not forgotten. Check it out. Track and Field. Remember, you can follow us on the social medias. I am at Podcast Ryan. Dan is at Shirtless Dan. Together we are at Game_Stitch. Be sure to go over to YouTube, give us a like on our channel over there, GameStitch, and set your notifications to get alerts when we post a video or when we go live so that you can find these streams that we have coming up. Because we might just break our rule of streaming on next month.
Waiting till September.
Yeah, we might just break that rule. We might just shatter that fucking rule.
Rules are made to be broken.
Yeah, the weird part is it's our rule that we're breaking.
It's fine. Those are the best rules to break, are the ones you make.
It gets a little weird. Yeah, it's like why I even said it, though, if you're just going to...
Because rules apply to everyone else, not us, even the ones we make.
Yeah, but nobody else can stream to our stuff.
I'm just making sure. Hackers, fuck off. See?
Right. Hackers, you wait till after September to start posting shit.
That's right.
You ever wish you were a hacker?
Nope.
Sometimes I wish I was.
Why? I mean, what would you do with it?
Oh, nothing meaningful. I just think it's cool.
Okay.
It's a cool skill set to be like, I can get your password. And just
I only want to be. I only want to be a hacker if the culture is like it is in the movie Hackers.
Oh yeah, I want to clarify also. Yeah, when I say hacker, I mean like Hollywood hacker. I don't want to actually be like a real hacker. I want to do like I want to smack my fucking face on the keyboard and be in somebody's account. Like I want it to work like that. I don't want to do the hours of work that it takes to actually like breach something. I want to be like CSI style. Oh, I'm in.
There you go.
That's how I want to hack.
Gotcha. That's what I figured.
Just like smack your hand on the keyboard a couple times. You're like, I'm in. I mean, I'm looking at it right now. I hacked your security system.
All right, I'm in. I'm into the CIA and the NSA.
Yeah. I'm running through CODIS now. Like, that's what I want. I also want to be able to run things through CODIS.
Through CODIS?
Yeah. If I could have access to that U.S. government, hit me up. I don't know what you guys do for access, but I just like to collect DNA from strangers and just run it through, see if I get a hit.
Just to see?
Yeah, I'm not going to be able to track them down or find them, but if I find like a cup in the trash.
Yeah, it's like more of a personal interest thing.
Yeah, I'm like, oh shit, that guy was a murderer. I don't even know what he looked like, you know? Just to know what's walking around out there. It's not a bad.
We have a question. We have a couple questions this week.
Hit me with them.
Did you know that? Okay, Thomas Barfield, who it turns out is alive but barely, I believe he said in a tweet, so I don't know exactly what that means, but
they're also getting hit by the Hurricane Harvey.
Oh, yes.
Down there right now. I was playing with him the other night while it was making landfall, so...
Oh.
He's not on the coast, so I think all is well there.
It sounds like his priorities are in the right place, too, which I can appreciate.
He said the hurricane's getting crazy right now while we were playing Rocket League. And I love that dedication. It's a new level. I really appreciate it.
I like that. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, he asks, what if No Man's Sky used the same system instances as Minecraft does? Everyone uses the same seed instance, but you could join one's instance with permission. At least then, you choose who you play with and are equally responsible for how they act in your instance. What do you got?
Yeah, I think that's great.
I do think that's a great idea. I don't think that it necessarily fits into the game right now because other people in your instances are so limited. There's not really anything they can do to your world.
So when I think it's a pie in the sky view here. I think he's saying like, now that you can build, now that you can drive cars.
Okay.
If you could see other characters, what if they just gave your universe a seed and you pop that seed to your friends and then everybody was in the same?
Gotcha.
I think that's great. I think that'd be
really cool.
I don't think we'll ever get that.
Me either. I don't think No Man's Sky wants to do that.
I think they deserve props for even still fucking with this thing.
Yeah. Because they really could have just fucking...
You saw how quick EA just cut and run on Mass Effect. Sorry, not sorry. We got to stop, though.
Yeah. They are saying they're not doing DLC or anything, but they are going to go back to the universe is what they've said.
Yeah, but there are no more updates or anything.
No updates,
Andromeda
no DLC,
is done.
No nothing. Andromeda is over. 3 months later. 4 months later. Yeah. Done.
So, and they didn't get shit on nearly as hard as No Man's Sky.
No. No Man's Sky is also a much smaller studio. They had a lot.
The idea that they're still trying... I don't know. They're using up the money they made.
Yeah, I know.
It's just cut and run and make a new Joe Danger. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Joe Danger Fuck It edition.
With instances where everyone uses the same seed.
Yeah, I think that's a perfect world. I think No Man's Sky could have benefited from that, but I don't know that it could benefit from that now.
Now, right. I agree with that.
Good question.
That was a good question. Very interesting question. And we also had a question from Garrett Wade, but he ended up telling us never mind. He answered his own question, which those are my favorite questions where I don't have to do any work. I'm not going to lie. But just to let you know, the question he asked was, can you use your combined gaming knowledge and talk about Immortal Unchained? What is it, genre, etc.?
And then he got a video that popped right after he asked the question.
Yeah. So and then
he
watched the video. Sent that to us and watched the video and said, "Yep, never mind. Got it for the week right here." So there's that. And that's the only 2 questions we got this week, I believe.
Yeah. Remember, if you have questions for us, you can write to us podcast at Gamestitch.com, or you can hit us up on Twitter using the hashtag GSPQ so we can find it. And keep them rolling. Got some feedback on the fishing game I talked about last week, which I already forgot the name of.
Fishing World.
Fishing Universe.
It's Fishing World, isn't it?
I don't think so.
Oh.
Hard to say.
I don't know, because I could give 2 shits. But I was trying to help you out.
Apparently it's really deep, though, and hard. It's a real fishing simulator. No boats, so you're all docked, but it's apparently hard. So I'm more excited about it now.
It seems like you would be.
Want to know when I'm reeling in the big one that I put some hours into this shit.
Yeah.
I hope there's crates. I hope you get fucking fishing poles out of crates.
Probably not.
Crates are in right now.
Crates are in. I don't think that's what's going to be happening.
We owe 2 shout-outs.
We do.
Did we get any shout-outs?
We got one from Thomas Barfield from last.
Okay.
It was actually, he actually said, "Hey, this is my shout-out for this week," but he actually put it through last Sunday after we recorded. So I said, no worries, I'd get it this week.
Disqualified from last week, we added to this week.
Yeah, that's not disqualified so much as
disqualified.
Well, it's kind of not happening because it can't happen.
Disqualified.
Disqualified. Fine, we'll go with disqualified. I gotta find this shout out here. Where is
All right, while you're finding it, I'm gonna give one to Garrett because I don't think he sent one.
He did not send one this week.
I didn't have one ready, so I'm just gonna figure this out. He wants to give a shout out to all of the people who will be affected by Hurricane Harvey and all of the gangsters who played games through the hurricane. That's a shout out. You didn't have time to find it still? What are you doing over there?
No, I'm looking for it. Because I want to get it exact is the problem.
I know that our Twitter doesn't have that much action, though.
Here's Garrett's. I have Thomas's. I have it now. Okay, Thomas's shout out. He said, "My shout out this week is, if you haven't read Ready Player One, you are missing out. The nostalgia is real." I've talked about this game before, and or about this movie before, so you know what I've got to say about it. He picked it up on my recommendation, and he's just been rolling through it, and he fucking loved it. So, not only do you take my recommendation, but take Thomas's recommendation that you should read Ready Player One.
You can also head over to audibletrial.com/GameStitch, and you could sign up and get that as your free book. You don't even have to read that shit. You could listen to it.
Just listen. Just take in the sweet sounds.
That's called an on-air ad.
It is called an on-air ad. Not what I said.
Not an on-our ad.
Not what I said.
On-air ad.
Not what I said, what you said. But not
it was conversational, which makes the listeners want to do it more so because it doesn't feel as addy.
No, Ready Player. I've spoken about Ready Player One before. It's coming out as a movie next year. Really read the book. The book is phenomenal.
Or have someone read you the book. Either one.
No,
Same experience.
I do have to note there are some people who are not a fan of the book.
Right.
But
maybe maybe they used to be on this podcast.
It's possible.
Maybe you could find them on Twitter and engage conversation about said book.
It's quite possible you could. I'm not going to go out of my way to let anyone know what was said about it, but you could probably find that if you wanted to.
It's Matt. You can find it on Twitter. Those are our shout-outs for the week. Thanks for our supporters over at patreon.com/GameStitch. Remember, if you want a shout-out, all you have to do is support us at the $10 tier over there, and we'll read your very own shout-out. Remember, if you don't submit one to us, we make it up for you. You're welcome.
Ta-da!
It's what we do.
It's magic.
This has been a meaty episode, girthy.
A lot going on, yeah.
There's a lot of... we were a reverse mullet on it, where we were fun up front, business all through the whole backside.
Yeah, it was... This was just not... This was not an exciting week. Nothing really was exciting about this week.
Right. And I think we all know that it's hard to follow up Gratificaki.
Yeah.
That's the kind of experience that you remember. So it's tough to follow up that.
Yeah, I do have to say that I think that is probably, number one, our greatest title ever.
It's not bad, right? It's not bad for sure.
In the history of our...
Right.
Of our history, the Gamestitch history. I believe that's probably the best title we've come up with, and I almost feel like it might be hard for us to beat it in the future. So we have to work extra hard.
Yeah.
Secondly,
go ahead.
Your image that you found to go with the title.
It's pretty fun.
Maybe the best.
It's fun.
1-2 together.
Right.
Together punch that we've come across. I mean, I don't know if you could have found a better.
If you want to see that, head over our YouTube or our Patreon. You can see the image there. I went back and forth. I'll tell you the first thing. I'm not going to tell you what the picture is of in case you haven't seen it. I will tell you the first thing that I searched for was glitter shower, and I did not find an image from that suited Gratificaki the way that it needed to.
Does that mean it was not suitable, or?
Some of both. There was some nudity there. There was also some that I'm like, this isn't graphic enough.
Gotcha.
Because I wanted graphic without being graphic.
It's a fine line you have to walk, yeah.
Because the cocky is not something
to be taken lightly.
Right,
no.
Exactly.
We're on the same page with it, too.
Like, there needs to be some mess here. And some of the glitter shots were like, you could tell they were like...
fake.
A professional photo shoot.
Okay, gotcha.
It's a little too clean with the glitter.
Yeah, no, it's got to be.
It's going to get in your hair. I'm just going to tell you.
It's got to be everywhere.
It's going to get in your hair.
You might glue your eyes closed. You never know.
Fucking glitter. So I tried glitter. Also, apparently, when you search like glitter shower, it pulls up a lot of bath bombs that have glitter in them. Apparently, that's a thing.
It kind of makes sense. I guess I could say, I didn't know bath bombs had glitter in them, but...
Yeah, they make some that apparently do. I think they're called like glitter bombs.
I did not realize that was a thing.
Yeah. They turn the water to look like Froot Loop water.
Huh.
And then, it looks like Froot Loop milk, and then it's got glitter all in it. Which taking a bath in water that was milk was previously in Froot Loops doesn't sound that bad either.
As long as it was my Froot Loops.
Well, nobody's Froot Loops. They just soak it and then remove it.
I thought you meant just like
shit.
Everybody pours their...
Gross.
That's what I thought you meant.
Used Froot Loop milk is not...
Which is kind of another cocky situation in a certain sense.
Yeah. Used Froot Loops doesn't sound good to me. At all.
No.
This has been episode 241 of the official Gamestitch Podcast. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
We appreciate you.
We do.
Thanks for lending us your ears.
Your minds.
Your souls.
Your beautiful
if
hearts.
Let us borrow that. Yeah, your hearts. All of you giving us your entire self. We appreciate that. We'll be back same place, same time next week. Good night.
Good night.